Hey everyone, today's going to be a back to school inspiration, s'mores pen and sketchbook. So this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and make this into a cup, and those s'mores pen can be sitting in the cup with the flame surrounding it, similar to my first craft update. So I'm starting off with some computer paper, but if you want to make it lined, just use lined paper. And you will proceed to cut that into half, so at about 5.5 inches. And I think I cut about 50 pages. I really wasn't keeping count, so it's up to you in terms of how thick or thin you want your notebook to be. Once you've done that, get some cardboard from some scrap pad or legal pad. You can see I just used that scrap cardboard and then I cut it in half. Make sure you ask your parents before you start taking off the backings of your sketchbook. And then this is some spiral binding wires that I got from Joann. And I measured it out for 10 spines. And that's going to be the spine for the cover. Then I used some scrapbook paper that look like birch trees. But you can use anything else, any other pattern that you like, but I tend to like that. And then take any double-sided tape or ATG gun, which is what I have there, and just go ahead and glue your scrapbook paper onto the cardboard. And you could totally disregard that hair that got taped in between it. That's mine, no big deal. And I used some brown paper for the backing, knowing that the cardboard is brown as well, but you can always use another color. So once you've made the front and the back, you can punch holes in the top. Now I realize a lot of you probably don't have what I'm using here, which is the Cinch. I love it. It's a book binding. It's used for heavy duty punching. You can also use just a standard hole punch or a heavy duty hole punch as well. Then what you'll do is punch your paper, and you can see I'm exerting a lot of power here because I was doing it the other way. That's what it looks when you're done. Stack your paper in between your cover and your back. And then now we're going to make the flames to hold the pen. So I'm using stiff yellow felt, and I just basically trimmed it down to size. You can use any color felt that you want. I just used the yellow, orange, and red. And then I just used a fabric pen and kind of freehand drew some flames, but if you're better than I am, you can just cut it as well without even drawing it. Now I drew on the back side, knowing that I don't want it to be visible, even though it's kind of that air erasable type ink. So then just place that on the bottom and see how that measures out. Then what I'm going to do next is trace, leaving a little bit of space, obviously, for the orange portion of the flames. And then you're going to layer your yellow on top of your orange. Now you can use hot glue gun if you want to glue them all together on the bottom, which is what I did. I didn't glue the entire flames, like the tips, because I wanted to give it that a little bit of dimension. And that's how it looks. I use stiff felt for the yellow and the red, but not for the orange. Once that's done, you'll want to glue the sides as well as the bottom, so in a U shape, for example. And then once you've glued that, just go ahead and assemble your sketchbook together. And there is my binding wires. And all I did is loop that through the holes that I punched. And then again, I used my cinch machine to cinch it. You can buy the cinch at Joann Fabrics. I actually bought mine at the time at Archivers. It's like the scrapbooking store, but you can also find it online as well. I love this tool. I use it for so many things. And that is how your sketchbook looks. I added some pockets on the inside, as you can see. Now to make the score some more thin, it's been a while since I've made a tutorial. I just took some white clay, I used fluffy clay, and just pressed those down and shaped it into more of a flattened marshmallow and a little rounder marshmallow. Now I'm using gold clay to make the graham cracker. You can use any color that you want. And then just one of my clay tools to make those indents in a graham cracker, and my ball tool. Now I don't know what a graham cracker looks like, to be quite honest, because I haven't had one in years and I didn't have one in the kitchen, so I'm just going off of memory. I took some brown clay and I rolled it really thin on my pasta machine, and I'm just going to go ahead and roll my pin or the clay around the pin. And to add that wood texture, I just took my ball tool And you've seen me do this many times, and then just proceeded to run it down in a non-uniform type pattern. And that's how it looks when you've made the wood texture. Otherwise, you can roll it on a wood stamp if you have that. And then I added some TLS on the bottom of the pen and I baked it. And then I took some chocolate or brown hot glue. And then this was after everything was baked and I assembled it all. I forgot to make the chocolate piece, by the way. I know a lot of you are gonna say that, but I forgot. So this is what it looks like when it's done. And I glazed the pen. The pen is not perfect by any means, and I just drew on those eyes because I forgot to put them on with clay. But once everything's baked and glazed, you can just, as I was saying before I rudely cut myself off, bake it and glaze it. And here are your s'mores pen with sketchbook and or notebook. If you want to make this into a cup, just cut the felt to make sure you cover the actual diameter of the actual cup itself. I just use like a foam cup or a cardboard cup that you buy at Michael's. And then just hot glue gun that around, add some rice, and then stick your pen in. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know it's really fast and really choppy. It's been 2 to 3 months now since I made a tutorial, but hopefully I have time now to make some more. And stay tuned for an upcoming 20,000 subscribers contest / giveaway. I'm really excited, a lot of prizes, and I've literally been hoarding so that I can give you guys all these wonderful prizes. Thanks everyone for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.